Welcome to this week's My Guide Marbella Weekly. Now, lockdown taught us all to be absolute kings and queens of the daytime party scene, but it's probably left the nightlife a little bit rusty. So we wanted to talk this week about Marbella's nightlife being back in action. Okay, the curfew's till 2 AM still, so it's not going quite into the early hours, but hey, as I said, we're all a bit rusty, so that shouldn't be a problem either. Now, when it comes to Marbella Nightlife, there's two concepts really. You've got the straight up bars and clubs, and then you've got the restaurant, dining, nightlife experience kind of places. So if we're talking about the latter, then you're going to be heading to Manzel, you're going to be heading to Voodoo, you're definitely going to be checking out Supper Club at the Puente Romano, because all of those are open and absolutely going for it in big style. Then if it comes to the bars and clubs, then you might want to be right back here in Puerto Banús, because News Cafe is open, all the Lineker's group is open, so Babylonia, Portside, and of course Lineker's there on the second line. And you've even got some of the super swanky cocktail bars, like the one just behind me here on top of the tower, which is the Dolce & Gabbana Martini Bar. Now, I gave the nightlife scene a bit of a trial run last weekend, much to the suffering in my head on Monday, and I can assure you it's full. Obviously, people are following the regulations, so you must have your masks with you and there is going to be the social distancing, but it is at capacities. Everywhere that you really want to go, you're going to have to book. But luckily you can do that on myguidemarbella.com. Just find the businesses on their profile pages and hit make inquiry. So I mentioned a few names of bars earlier, but I didn't actually mention the clubs. So what we're talking about when we talk about clubbing here right now, especially in Puerto Banús, is the likes of Tibu, which is now open again, Mirage, open 7 days a week now, and of course Elovia Olivia Valer. Now, we focus today in Puerto Banús because really Banús has always been known for its nightlife. It's where the parties happen, it is where the bigger clubs, as I've mentioned, are situated, and there's always a buzz after 10 o'clock at night here. But don't forget, Marbella and Marbella Puerto Deportivo is always a really good night out too. So if you're coming to Marbella for the first time, make sure you get a bit of the taste of both locations. Now, next week we're going to stay on the party theme, but we're going to be talking about where to go in the day. So we're going to be stepping inside all of those amazing beach clubs and pool clubs and telling you where it's at this summer.